Hey friends, Patrick God here and welcome to this little MudBlazor tutorial. I was asking in the community tab of my channel, what component library do you use or what do you want to see here on this channel, and clearly MudBlazor was the winner. I was looking at MudBlazor, well, I wanted to have a look at MudBlazor for a long time, and now I decided to do this together with you. So what we're going to do today is, in this really short tutorial, or is it a tutorial really? Well, kinda maybe, because we are going to install and have a quick look at MudBlazor together today. We install MudBlazor, first the templates, because this is one way of using MudBlazor. You can install the templates and then build your Blazor projects from there. Or if you already have your Blazor project or you just want to use the default templates by Microsoft, then you can install MudBlazor afterwards, and this is also pretty easy. And after we installed MudBlazor, then we will have a look at the layouts they recommend first, and then that's already it. So if you are a lazy coder like me and do not want to use your time to do this stuff by yourself, then please keep watching, because now we're doing this together, and then we will see how beautiful a Blazor application can look all of a sudden. Alright, so if you like this video, then I would really appreciate it if you click the like button and maybe consider subscribing to my channel. This means a lot to me, really. The channel is growing so fast lately. I'm amazed by that and I am so grateful. So thank you so much everyone for subscribing to my channel. And of course, don't forget to hit the bell icon, because with that you get a notification when a new video is online. Additionally, maybe the newsletter is something for you guys, because then you get these kinds of videos earlier in your inbox. Also maybe other articles. I started writing on Medium, by the way, so if you want to read tutorials additionally to watching videos, please stay here, don't stop the video and go to Medium. Maybe this is something for you, then check out the newsletter and you will get early access to the upcoming .NET 6 Web Developer Bootcamp. This is maybe the official name of the next course, and this is a big one because I want to focus on all the skills you need to get a job and, well, make a good job, do a good job in the .NET world. Of course, we focus on .NET 6, web development with Blazor, the web API IE, of course, SQL Server, and also other stuff like this agile stuff called Scrum, and maybe also a little bit of DevOps. So if you're interested in this kind of stuff, then please consider subscribing to my newsletter. And last not least, I've got some coffee again. Can you see this? I don't want to put coffee on my keyboard. Thank you so much everyone for supporting me with some coffee. I can really need it. You know the drill. The nights are short, but the days are even longer. Thanks to my little awesome guy, who is now, well, 21.5 months young. Great guy. I love him. Okay, enough about that. Now enjoy MudBlazor. All right, here we are already. First, let me show you what I want to show you. What I want to show you. This is perfect English. Let me show you what we're going to do here now in this tutorial. So we are on mudblazor.com, and it is really easy to use MudBlazor here. The Blazor component library you always wanted, right? And you see how beautiful it looks. But let's do this real quick. We go to getting started, and there are two ways to install and use MudBlazor. First, you can use a template. So if you want to use the CLI, you can just enter .NET new install MudBlazor templates, and then from that you can create a new MudBlazor WebAssembly project, for instance. Or if you have a project already or you want to use a custom project, then you can add the MudBlazor package, and then you have to configure this a little bit. Now I want to show you both versions here, both variants with Visual Studio 2022. So let's start Visual 2022, Visual Studio 2022. There it is. All right, and now first let's continue without the code and install the templates. So this is the first thing I want to do, and after that we do this stuff manually. So when my machine wants to, just for information, we are on version 17.1, so 17.2 is not available. I've got the preview of 17.2 for the .NET MAUI stuff, and I can tell you that another tutorial about .NET MAUI is coming, but today it's about MudBlazor. So we want to open the Package Manager console. You can go to View, Other Windows, and then Package Manager console, or it is open, or you press your shortcut. And now let's have a quick look again. think we will have a look here real quick very often. So .NET new install MudBlazor templates. Following template packages will be installed. So success, MudBlazor templates is available. And now what we can do is we can create a new project with file, new project, and then a MudBlazor should be available here. There it is already. So MudBlazor templates, hit next. You see here, by the way, .NET app. Now this is only available because I've got the preview installed, and now also in my non-preview Visual Studio version, I can use this here. Interesting, right? But now MudBlazor templates, let's call this MudBlazor templates 1. That's perfect. And here's the project. Oh, that's nice. We can choose. Really, to be honest, I did not do this before. Not prepared at all. I just saw this and thought, okay, I want to try this. Let's make a YouTube video out of this. And now we are here. So you can see, you can choose the project type WASM, which is WebAssembly. WebAssembly hosted. This is something I really like because I really often use the hosted project type or the solution type, server as well, and the PWA, meaning Progressive Web App. So let's try the hosted one. Hit create. And let's see what is happening. Visual Studio almost crashing. Let me take a sip of my coffee. Okay, dependencies are loading, I guess. But what I already like is we see the client project, the server project, and the shared project. So standard stuff actually. But now let's see in our main layout, we should see something different. There it is. You already see all the MudBlazor components. This is really, really great. This is what MudBlazor is all about actually. I'd say rarely use the built-in components then with Blazor. Even if you use edit forms, for instance, you can then choose to use the MudBlazor components. And if you don't know what an edit form is, also here I will create a YouTube video, or when you're watching this YouTube video is already out, and I hope I did not forget to add the info card here. So this is it. I would say we just started now. And then let's see how our Blazor, our default Blazor application then looks. Also, we've got the nav menu. This one looks different, right? With the nav link and also the pages, I guess. Yeah, we've got the mud text, mud button, and so on. Fetch data with the table here. Side note, mud table is using the virtualize component internally. So this means that when you use a for each, the performance should be much better. Where is it now? There it is. All right, nice. So as you can see, this is now the default Blazor application, and we've got material design here. This is our menu with this button here. We've got the fetch data page where we get an error. This is nice. I didn't do anything, but we already get an error here. Let's have a look real quick. Network tab. Let's reload this. Okay, something is not working here, but maybe this is not for this session here for our YouTube video. I actually just want to show you this way real quick. So this is how this page looks, and now let's remove this completely and do this manually, because I guess the typical way would be you've got your Blazor application already, or you want to use the default template and then add MudBlazor to this thing. So let's do that now. We go back to Visual Studio. We stop the app when I find the actual, or we just close the project maybe. Or we create a new one. No, let's close it. Close solution. Okay, now let's try this again. Create a new project, this time a Blazor WebAssembly app. Let's call this a MudBlazor test, because I want to push this to GitHub. .NET 6, correct, and also ASP.NET Core hosted. With that, we already got the server, so you can just grab the code then from GitHub and have your template ready if you want to use it. And now let's try this. Maybe there's an issue on my side. Maybe the default template is broken in general. MudBlazor test, there it is. See, now you have the comparison, the direct comparison. Fetch data, no, here it works. Okay, nice. All right, so this is our default Blazor app. Let's close this. And also let's close this little window here. Okay, I chose IIS Express. Maybe this was the difference because I was looking for the terminal window, but there was no terminal window. No command prompt or anything. Okay, anyways. Got the shared project, server project, and the client project. And now, what we can do, we just do it as it is stated here. So .NET add package MudBlazor. Let's do it the lazy way. So manage NuGet packages, MudBlazor in the browse tab. Always doing this mistake. MudBlazor, this is everything you need. Of course, we got something else here, like the theme manager, for instance, but let's start with the MudBlazor package. You see almost more than 500,000 downloads. This is great. And what I saw, didn't do much with MudBlazor yet. Haven't done much with MudBlazor yet. Kind of a tongue twister sometimes. But what I saw so far was really, really nice. So now MudBlazor package is installed. In the imports, rewrite. Let's come on. Hide this here in our imports file now. We add MudBlazor. Now in the index.html, there it is. We have to add some stuff. Okay, MudBlazor min CSS for the CSS stuff, and the Google font Roboto seems to be the default font here. Okay, then a script reference as well in the end of it. Okay, so let's add it here. Our JS file, we register the services. So let's go to the program CS. You can see here that it is a bit different in .NET 6, right? We've got the, we do not have the main method anymore. So in .NET 6, we add builder services at mud services. Maybe let's do this here. And we also add the reference using MudBlazor services. There it is. And now the components. Add the following components to your main layout. Note that the theme provider is essential for MudBlazor, but the rest is optional. Okay, let's try that. So now we go to our main layout. Again, in the shared folder, main layouts. Let's just remove everything here. Add this stuff. And now we see that we see nothing. Well, these are just the providers, right? The theme provider is essential, but if we want to use dialogues or the snack bar, then we also need the provider. But great thing, I think, is that we can really start from scratch here. We have nothing at all, so no design, no components here. But what we can do now is, as they are asking us already, ready for more? Yeah, please show me the layouts. And this is, again, what I wanted to show you here. As you can see, this is not the complete main layout file, so we need these providers, and this is a really minimalistic design, I guess. So let's add this here. Pay attention to the body here. So we have the body again, so this is the place where our contents are rendered then, and as you can see here, this is now our index razor file. All right. Well, not that interesting actually, but there is more, of course. And now we can also add an app bar and a drawer. So let's try this one out. Go back to Visual Studio, main layout. And how does that look now? Okay, a bit better, I guess. And now what else? Functionality, because we added the components directly. Takes the height of our app bar. Basic functionality. The mud icon button is used to open the nav menu. And we also have some code here. So let's choose this stuff. Again, add it here. Maybe format this a little bit. My nav menu is not here, what they were saying. When we close the drawer, and we will add our nav menu for basic navigation. there it is. Our nav menu eraser looks like this. Okay, so let's go to the nav menu, grab everything. All right, save this. Now go to the main layout. This is also called nav menu. And I think this should be it. Let's see. Yep, there it is. Okay, got servers, users, and so on. But maybe what we can do is let's just use the original addresses like fetch data counter and so on. So let's see. We've got the home, which should, oh, actually this should be it. Let's say we've got our counter page. This is actually called home by default. And yeah, here we can see that we've got some sub menus, and it's used the fetch data page, maybe fetch data. So this would be the group. Let's remove this one. Don't need this. Okay, so let's save that now. Let's have another look. This is the home page. Okay, and fetch data. All right, and this is here for the actual drawer or the sidebar, you name it. And this is how this works with bind open. This is what we have to bind to open and close this stuff. Okay, so these are in essence already the layouts. And the last thing they recommend here is using the content and container components. So when we have a look here, mud main content is already here, but as you can see, pretty close to the top and to the left side here, and also to the right. So maybe with the mud container we can change this a little and also center this. So this is then the mud container. Let's save that. Have a quick look. It's rebuilding. Yeah, maybe a bit better. I leave this up to you, but you see now, this is how fast really you can add MudBlazor to your application. And now when you want to use more, well, there are wireframes. This is something you can try out for, well, typical designs. Maybe you have the dashboard grid, pricing wireframe. There it is. So you can choose this one. By the way, I am not paid or anything by MudBlazor. It didn't even ask me to make this video. I'm just really, yeah, amazed by this product, by this component library. And I definitely will use this for future courses or tutorials because I like this stuff and I want to learn this stuff. And the last thing I wanted to show you are all the components, because as you can see here, there's really lots of stuff similar to, yeah, Angular material, for instance, or Bootstrap, you name it. There are so many component libraries out there, but I really like that. Only thing I am missing currently is a drag and drop. Like you have lists and cards in there and I want to drag and drop them. I think this is still missing, so maybe Team MudBlazor, if you're watching, maybe this is something you can add on your roadmap. So that would be really nice. And for everyone else, I really recommend having a look at MudBlazor. And if you want me to make more videos about MudBlazor and go deep and explain the all the components here, because I know I just used the layout stuff but didn't really explain anything here, then please tell me that in the comments. But I think I will do this anyways. But again, it would be really nice if you tell me if you want to see that. For instance, really explaining what really is the provider, what is the Mud app bar, what is the Mud icon button, because as you can see here, MudBlazor comes with a lot of icons, and you can also add other icon sets here, like Font Awesome, for instance. You can change the color so that you see lots and lots of parameters. Events here, the on-click event is also a parameter. This is why we don't use the @ here and the lowercase o to call this method, and so on. So lots and lots of stuff we can do, and maybe you have an idea And in that case, I would be really happy if you tell me that in the comments again. Okay, this should be it. Let's have a quick look again. Beautiful, right? Really like that. Okay, there you have it, guys. If you want to get the code, well, it's the default code. So anyways, head down to the video description and then go to the GitHub repository. There you can get it, or you just do this by yourself and then you have all that default stuff. I think I will do more MudBlazor, of course, on this channel. If you have a special request, something you want to see, like the load icon or the load, is it a bar, progress bar, something like that they got there. I think this is really interesting. Maybe we do a CRUD application with MudBlazor, an edit form with MudBlazor. I don't know, lots of stuff we can do. Actually wanted to build a recipe app with Blazor, and maybe we can use MudBlazor for this one. This is really an own itch I want to scratch because every single day, well, I'm asking myself, what am I going to cook today and what do we need to buy for this dish? And I think that kind of app would be nice, but of course this is not something small, this is a big one. If you learned something with MudBlazor and you think MudBlazor is awesome, please tell me that, then I will do more with MudBlazor. And maybe you also want to hit the like button and even subscribe to my channel. It does make a difference. Thank you so much for that, and don't forget to hit the bell icon because then you get a notification when I uploaded a new video. Again, also the newsletter might be something interesting for you, in particular for the upcoming .NET 6 Web Developer Bootcamp, because you will get early access to this thing if you're subscribed. And the last thing, again, thank you so much for everyone supporting me with lots and lots of coffee. I love coffee and I turn coffee into these tutorial videos here, so it's just great. Great stuff. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I see you next time. Take care.